Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. Hi, all our friends in the chat. So great to see you all. And this morning we have beautiful Jen and amazing Dawn and lovely Angie and me, Elizabeth. Hey. Um, we have another cool show for you today, and we will be live again Friday at 6 p.m. So be sure to join us then. And Dawn's going to bring us into some of the astrology, but I want you to keep these three questions in mind for today as you think about things you want to ask us as we get through today. What internal boundaries and disciplines need to be established? How will this benefit you? And best move forward. So keep that in mind. Um, Thinking of any other like to do things, but just be sure to subscribe and share. We're so close to 1,000, and if you guys could help us bump it up to 1,000, that would be super awesome. That's our goal. And so thank you all. And if you're new, please know that whether you're super seasoned at this or new, there's always something to learn here and for us to learn. So come learn and grow with us. And know it's a super safe place too to express how you feel and the boundaries that we do keep as well. So now we are going to Angie with Learn Love Tarot for a quick grounding, which is always good to clear the energy personally and collectively. And then we will, I hear an echo, sorry, y'all. We will go to Dawn for an update on a lot of astrology. Okay. So, Angie, thank you for doing this for us. Thank you.
Of course, of course. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just going to get our sage going. If you are in a comfortable position already, just get a little bit more relaxed. If you'd like to grab your stones of any kind, go ahead and do that as well. I like having my feet flat on the ground. So let's go ahead and take those cleansing breaths in through our nose and out through our mouths. We're going to visualize static energy coming out as we exhale. So nice deep breath in, big push. And two more. And one more. And drop the energy down all the way to your spine at the base. Give your root chakra a little squeeze. Seeing the color red, archangels, guides, and ancestors known and unknown who love us all unconditionally, please guide this message today for those who need to hear their best and highest good messages, especially in relation to heart healing and evolving in their own spiritual journey. Archangel Michael, we ask you to ground these messages into the earth chakra as we ask to come up into our sacral chakra to release any false evidence appearing real. Seeing the color orange, we can squeeze around the tree, the ring of life, the tree of life, into the center ring. Here we ask Archangel Ariel to help release those fears that might block any creativity that is born here. Inhaling up the spine and into our solar plexus, just lifting the rib cage slightly to allow the diaphragm to expand like great rays of sunshine, inflating towards our belly. And as we deflate through our nose, really slowly squeezing again through the center ring of our own tree of life. Here we thank Archangel Shamuel for bringing in our greatest and brightest joys, as we all find so much joy bringing these messages to you today. And for that, we are thankful. Inhaling up into the heart chakra, seeing our lungs as the tree leaves and branches, inflating all the way to the tips of every branch. green light, inhaling and exhaling until you see your own cup of love inside your heart chakra fill to the top. And as the energy overflows the top, in understanding Archangel Raphael, thank you for that love, and that this is the love that we share with others once our own heart's cup is already full. And up into the throat chakra, lifting the chin slightly just to release the jaw, seeing the color blue as we breathe in, and asking and thanking Archangel Gabriel for sounding the trumpet of any resolutions that need brought to the surface today. And inhaling that blue light, exhaling any leftover static energy that needs communicated or would block communication. Inhaling up into the third eye, we're asking Archangel Metatron to tap into all of our lessons here collectively this lifetime and all others that are relevant to today's messages, please, and thank you. Up and outside as we breathe in our mind's eye, surrounding ourselves in a white light of protection, our own vibrational frequency as above, and continuing that breath underneath our bodies, so below. Archangels, we ask that you protect our light energies with your golden rays of protection as we take Archangel Uriel's hand into the esoteric knowledge and ask her to carry us to the bright fuchsia pink star chakra of the fifth dimension for messages of the best and highest good from those who love us unconditionally. Thank you so much, Spirit. We are truly grateful. Namaste.
Well, hello, everyone. I do want to let you know that we are getting a very fortunate day today. We have what they call as a grand sextile. Now, basically what that means is that we have two grand trines, and they are opposite each other, so they make this beautiful star. So it's very beautiful trine energy, and in the process of doing that, it creates sextiles all around the chart at where those points meet. So it's a very great time to start something new, a great project, just the general energy and soaking that in, because it's trines and it's sextiles. Now, the moon is involved with this that actually completes this complete grand sextile. It's a rare thing that happens, and it's while it's here in Virgo. So it's actually perfecting today, and it's going to be active until this evening at 11:30. I would say 11 o'clock Central, so into up until about midnight for the East Coast. And oh, I love to see everybody that's here. So the other thing that we wanted to kind of talk about today was this new moon energy that we're having at the end of the week on November 1st. So that involves um, setting intentions for the house that Scorpio is in. And Scorpio is that very deep feeling energy. It has that deep, deep emotions, the things that you keep most secret in yourself. And it's being that the new moon and so it would be the sun and the moon are actually very active with Saturn at this time. So a lot of the things that we can ground in are going to be permanent things that are happening. And we also have that grand water trine going on that makes the perfect kite. So what happens is we have this energy of the Pluto and Mars opposition, which will perfect on November 3rd. But that's that mother-father energy. That's rules, and Cancer's a little bit looser than that, not quite as loose as Pisces, but that energy of what is best for me. It's a power struggle because it's Pluto and it's Mars. And both of those planets are co-rulers of Scorpio. So that makes the Scorpio new moon extra strong. And it just amazes me that it's right around Halloween and Samhain and Day of the Dead, and all of these other energies out there. What else is November 1st? All Saints Day, I believe, correct? Right? And so we have all this energy coming in on Friday, and it is the perfect time to really set long-term goals for yourself and establishing your boundaries, because that's what Mars and Pluto are doing. Is it's about power and empowering yourself. So as we are approaching this new moon on this Friday, I want everybody to really start thinking about what we want to do as far as this new moon energy. And we may even do a brief, we're trying to work on doing something brief on setting intentions for Friday. So hopefully that will happen for you all. So anybody have any questions? Yeah, Elizabeth.
I was noticing with all you said how thin the veil is, and these moments that we tap into and have celebrated throughout the cultures. And for some of us that, or not me, some of you that have younger children, they may be feeling this. And sometimes it can be scary. And not everybody likes Halloween and all this stuff. So I heard something that's just a quick thing that you can pray about, express for you and your family, is to please block any mischievous or negative entities from coming near me or my family, and to have angels put up the walls of protection around me and my children and my family. And I think that's so cool, because that will help some kids that might be a little freaked out too. And then you guys also remember, really good to sage and clear energy, but that clears all the energy. So I learned recently that sweetgrass is important to bring in positive after you've saged. So I thought I'd just throw that in there as we approach all of these cultural moments that just do signify this thin veil. And thank you, Dawn.
I think too, I've heard Palo Alto is good for.
Is that Santo? Palo Santo?
Palo Santo. That's what you
Palo
usually
Santo.
burn in the beginning, and Cerritos too. Either, I love sage, but I just love the smell of the Palo Santo.
Okay, and the other thing too is labradorite, as crystals of protection. There's crystals of protection that you might want to even set by. Oh yeah, that's lovely. Selenite. If your family's into crystals as well, that's something that's very good during this time. The other thing I think that Elizabeth, it reminded me of, is the fact that this is also a time of ancestors. It's very big in the Day of the Dead culture to have the ancestors remembered and loved and have them present around you. So that is something that you can set with that intention, is keep out all negative energy and just the loving energy of family, right?
Yes, exactly. That is exactly the intent of it. Thank you for even honing it down more. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that explains my song this morning then, as you're saying that. I'm like, because I was, when I got that, the house that built me this morning, I'm like, why is that coming up again? And then the questions that I wrote down this morning ended up being strikingly similar to the questions that that were decided we're going to talk about today. So, no accidents, right? So the house that built me, if you're unfamiliar, it's Miranda Lambert, and she goes back home, and she just wants to ask the person that's living there, I just want to look at my old room. I just want to, I won't take anything but a memory from the house that built me. So I'm finding that kind of like, oh, like just I get it, and the light bulbs coming on. So I was like, why is that song back? That hasn't been back in a good 6, 7 months when it came the first time. So that totally makes sense now. And our first question, guys. So again, just thinking about this. And if you have trouble with the actual words or questions, some people don't like that. You want to have a feeling. Think about, what floorboards might be creaking in that house still that are still in need of repair. What inner voices need evacuated, what needs repaired in that old house. If you dream of houses, that's really a message from the psyche that you're dreaming about yourself. You have to pay attention. If you remember, we always talk about writing down our dreams. Where are you in the house? Are you in the basement? Are you in a bathroom, and does it involve water? Are you in the attic, which would be up into those deep recesses of your mind? Is it the basement of the past? Again, something that might need excavated. Is it in the kitchen? What are you creating? What are you cooking up? It's not an accident. Our dreams are coming to us as a way for the subconscious to bring things conscious that are in need of repair, right, or in need of us to kind of look at. So I would encourage you today, if it's hard to remember questions, think about that house. Think about, when we're asking what internal boundaries need to be established, is there some kind of memory that you continue to go back to that you really need to heal and put a boundary up and go, you know what, I'm a big grown-up self now, and I can let you go, and you're giving your inner child a hug, and you're saying, I'm safe. You're safe now.
I think too, it's perfect to say the house that built me, because that's also your family structure growing up.
Yeah.
And a lot of what's going on now and will be going on through the holidays. I think the holidays are going to be kind of ouchy, because we're going to, you always get triggered around these certain holidays. And it's about setting your personal boundaries during that time for yourself. If you are dreading going to something, you might want to rethink it, right?
Yeah.
So,
Do you have to? Are you
right.
like, what's the obligation, or what is telling you the dreaded shoulds? What is telling you that, and why are they there? Why are those dreaded shoulds even there? Is that your own? If there's some guilt or shame, or like, those are normal human reactions, guys. There's nothing wrong with having that, but we do need to look at it, because those patterns do play out, um, mostly subconsciously. So I think we're trying to kind of excavate that today. Friday's also not only Day of the Dead, it's Diwali. It's also Native American Heritage Month, the beginning of that. So, I mean, how cool is that? This is a lot of energy coming our way. So, some things need some excavating, I think.
Okay, good. So I think I start the readings, correct? As we
You
go
do.
through?
Yes. And I
Okay.
just reminded everybody, if they want a reading, to let us know in the chat.
Okay.
We will
Well,
be answering the same questions for everyone.
I'm gonna pick Anna
For her birthday,
today.
yay.
Yeah, as it's her birthday. So the first question, because the first question is, what internal boundaries and disciplines need to be established? So I would like to get a card for Anna. I know a lot of Annas, but then my daughter-in-law is Polish, and so they have a lot of Annas and Magdas, and ooh. Okay. All right. First card, Two of Pentacles. I think this is about when you are making decisions, what boundaries do you set when you make? I feel like it's the decisions that you make are getting input from other people. Other people are trying to help you make these decisions. So this is the card, Two of Pentacles, and it's a lot of times you consider what you're juggling between two things, and I feel like you're getting you're getting a lot of input from other people, is what I feel like. That you might need to reestablish the fact that you appreciate their advice, but the decision is yours to make. So that's the first thing that I get. And then how will you benefit when you set these boundaries about the decisions that you make? Let's see. You lose yourself. Okay, this wants to come out. Four of Cups. This is kind of like that. I think that's the energy that you're moving out of then. It's this energy of the Four of Cups, which is your eyes aren't on what the focus should be. Because to me, the Four of Cups is always looking like the FOMO, fear of missing out kind of energy. So for me, it's very much when it's hard when you're trying to make a decision, because if you look at one thing, it's okay, I could have made this other choice. But the truth is, I think when you're making decisions, and that's kind of what I'm getting, when you're making decisions, it's very much about you being the person that don't second guess. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of downloading this a second here. It's about, once you make a decision, go ahead and stick with it, because if you are meant to do the other thing, that will come back to you. And that is something that I have learned over and over. And then when that thing comes back to you, you will be better prepared to take it. So let's see. One last card. Oh, you want to come out? Okay. This is Holy Wells of Ireland Alchemy. I harness my magic. To me, that's taking all the energy that is yours. And I love that this symbolizes the moons here. So you're the worst overthinker. Yeah. But this energy of yourself, and it's alchemy as well. So you're creating your own energy and bringing it back into yourself and taking back your power. That's what it feels like to me, is taking back your power. So give me just a moment. I want to just look at this number quickly. It's 23. Just felt like water for you. 23. Conjure, foresee, cloak. The triple goddess, Bridget. Yeah, that's the moon goddess. It says, magically appear to inspire you to turn a negative into a positive. Call on Bridget, the powerful sorceress, and she will shine her eternal torch of protection so you can see the bright light at the end of the tunnel. Divine alchemy is the craft of transmutation. The magic of bringing spiritual consciousness into physical form is so profound that an entirely new form can evolve. And I would say use that energy today, very definitely, because that's the energy today. Is just soak it up for all it's worth. We've got rougher days coming. But I would say it's a beautiful time to call back all of your power and power that other people took away. So that's for you, Anna. I hope that was helpful. And we will go on to, is it Jen, I believe, next? Okay.
Happy birthday, Anna. All right, I have pulled for Tourmaline Tarot. So your first card, and I'm using, let me see, where's it at? The Animal Guides Tarot. So the first card is, what internal boundaries and disciplines need to be established? And we have the Queen of Air, which is the Queen of Swords. And so you've got to get really decisive and just know, like, this is what I'm doing, and not even question that. So on this card, it says, all of your life experiences have prepared you for this moment of truth. It's time to declutter your home, clear away situations that aren't working for you anymore, and disengage from people who create more drama than happiness. And so, I mean, you just got to be just like clear about what you're wanting and just make those cuts and keep moving forward. The benefit that you will get from that is the 10 of Cups energy. So you're going to have a lot more happiness and emotional fulfillment by making these decisions that you probably spent too much time like overthinking. Just make the decision, move forward, and it's going to bring you to a happier day. And so we've got, it says, It's time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or chosen family of close friends. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising a happy, balanced children. I just get you're just going to be happier in general, by just being more decisive. And then your best move forward is the Knight of Pentacles. And so just being dedicated, like whatever that decision you make, you're going to be dedicated, and you're going to keep moving forward with that. So this says it's important to make a detailed plan before starting on any new endeavor. Once you have that plan in place, then you can take immediate action and get as much accomplished as possible. So I think that you're well on your way. You just have to make those decisions. All right. So next up is Elizabeth.
Yes. Hey, and I'm ready. This is for Card Girl. I don't know your name. Are you here? What is your name, Card Girl? Super cool that you're a Card Girl, though. So I see that you're having trouble with relationships, family, friends, not passing, but passing out of your life, moving out of your life. And as many of us are aware, that's part of your spiritual awakening, and that's going to happen. And interestingly enough, from Work Your Light Oracle cards came the Age of Light. I've got to work on this lighting. It's a beautiful card. And really, the fundamental thing I want you to know is you have been training for the spiritual awakening. Hi, Kristen. And it's time. And it's very strange how people who aren't on the same path fall out of our lives. So it's just quite normal. I want you to know that. And this comes with a message that you came here with a clear soul plan, and you have wisdom beyond your years. So I think there's something to be said there about the people around you. Maybe, I don't want to say you're more wise, but you're just on a very deep soul path. And the boundaries are all about this Five of Swords, which is about change, chaos, confusion, some jealousy, some attacks perhaps. And that is where you have to put your boundaries up, and don't feel bad about standing your ground, because how this will benefit you is not only, this is the Knight of Pentacles. Sorry about the lighting again, you guys. This is about not only keeping an eye out for the messages that you are going to get, but this change is going to come slowly, step by step, but it will bring you balance and abundance and a lot of good things. And it will continue to help open your third eye chakra, which is an element in that card that I see. And your best mood forward is the Magician card. Sorry, I can't see it as well. That is to move forward. You might have to do some of this independently, but know that you're never alone on this spiritual journey. Not only do you have us, but all of your guides and God with you, and you're going to manifest some beautiful stuff. More than stuff, abundance, new relationships, and a true soul path that I feel you're waking up and traveling down. So I hope that helps you. It's really nice to meet you, Kristen.
Okay, guys, I'm going to be rolling the dice. So go ahead and enter your number, please, into the chat for me. And just as an aside, as you're doing that, today is a 1 day, so which is the energy of the Magician and also the sister energy of the Wheel of Fortune. We've already gotten here so far. Jen pulled the 10 of Cups, so there's our 10. Liz just pulled the Magician, and then I myself, there's a card in here that does not belong, of the Hierophant, which is the card that flew out of the deck Friday night. And Dawn just got that Holy Walls of Ireland, which was also a 5 energy. So it's looking like 1s and 5s and 10s. Liz, did you have something?
Well, I had that 5 of swords for her, right? They were
Oh,
like,
and the 5 of swords. Yeah, yeah.
"Fucking Kristen, stand your ground,
Yep,
baby."
and I just yep, 5 of swords, and I underlined that too, the age of light, and then look at that light that is that you just pulled. It's coming up right up there at the top. Okay, guys, here we go. And it is a 6. So let me just double check here. That would be, looks like Miss Judy. Miss Judy Justice back on the bottom when I picked up the deck as well. And on the split was the Hierophant energy. And I was like, that card does not belong in here. So what internal boundaries need to be established? 4 of Pentacles. We did see that 4 of Cups already. So, what internal boundaries? This is such an interesting depiction. There's a full moon energy there and all of the emotions. So, even though it's pentacles, it's like you're holding back all of these emotions and kind of hiding them inside this house. So, there's that energy of the house that built me. What inside you, what emotions are needing released here? And what internal boundaries is this? Is people coming inside your home and kind of letting loose all of their emotions on you and kind of leaving that at your doorstep. You don't have to let them in. You can be busy. So remember that you are taking on those emotions of other people, right? At whatever energy they're kind of throwing at you. But I feel like this is you hiding heavy emotions about something. There's something that you need to go back and excavate inside the house that built you, because for some reason it's like big girls don't cry energy, but you know what? Yes, they freaking do. And we need to. So it's like, yeah, this big girls don't cry, and it's like, look, if you can see her face, I'll try to get a little closer here. She's like, what tears? I'm not crying. I don't have any tears. I don't know what you're talking about. But see how they're just flooding in here. This is something hiding in your moon, that needs to be released here, Judy Jude. Oh my goodness sakes. Look at that Ace of Wands, the lock on her heart. So there's that one energy. There's something, some kind of passion. What is hitting in your moon? Okay, there's some kind of release here that's locked away. This is deep. You might not even know what it is. This could be extremely subconscious here. I feel like you need to allow, spirit's trying to get you the message here about these internal boundaries needing released and crossing over into that knowledge and into the healing and turning that pain into wisdom. This feels pretty deep. How will establishing these boundaries benefit you? Where's this going here? How are these boundaries? Thank you, right here. King of Wands, I see it, I want it, it's mine. It's going to bring you more confidence. So this is like going after what you want, rather than going, no, I don't want that. I don't have a passion for that person. I don't have a passion for that. Nope, everything is perfectly fine. And by going ahead and allowing yourself those emotions, it feels like this confidence just increases. It's like you're telling yourself, big girls don't cry. It's like you're telling yourself you can't have something, or you can't go after something voraciously when you can. 6 of Wands, yes, victory can be yours here, but you have to go at it. And this is something deep. This is not something like, if we're easy with our emotions. I know that definitely I am, but this is something that is pent up. Okay, this is not. I don't feel it's something that you have grieved over yet. What is the guidance? What is the best move forward here? Okay, Page of Wands, throwing caution to the wind regarding an emperor. There's another full moon energy regarding this leadership. I told you this was deep. This is way back. This is like 1800s here, depicted in this Six of Cups. And this is that lavender ether. It's buried in the subconscious. Okay. You might not even know what that is. It might come to you in a dream. So the guidance moving forward is to throw caution to the wind. Tell that person how you feel about them. This is a lot of passion here, a lot of fire. And I feel like it's under wraps, or maybe you feel like this will never come back around. The guidance moving forward is to go after what you want, but you've got to choose. But you got to choose you. Whatever this old floater here is, this is like, it's okay. But what you really want is the Sun, King of Wands, Emperor energy. Go for what you're actually passionate for, not just what's meh. It's fine. This feels like I'm just accepting what's fine. But you're like, but it'll cause a ruckus. It'll cause the foundation to be shaken. Yeah, it will. But you're worth it. I hope that helps you, Miss Judy. That's pretty big. This feels like big energy here.
Hello, I have Jennifer Lee, and I actually, when I pulled the cards, I was looking at them after they were pulled, and I'm like, I think this is more than Jennifer Lee. Thank you for kind of bringing in a message for other people that are out there, because I feel like this is more than just you. But so for the very first question, what internal boundaries and disciplines need to be established? I still get this thing about decisions, making your own decisions. But I love this particular Two of Swords energy, because she, normally you see the Two of Swords and she's kind of closed in, and, this one is unafraid, and she is out there doing her exercises on the beach, and even the birds are wary, right? So it's making your decisions and being unafraid of the decisions that you make. And I think that will help you. It'll be more helpful once you set boundaries with other people. Like, that's what I keep getting. It's my decision. It's my decision. So the next card I got was, how will this benefit your life? This is the Knight of Cups. It is the second slowest moving knight. And to me, it's about enjoying the journey. You've made the decision, and now you can turn off all the other voices that that we're trying to give you advice, and say, okay, I've made this decision, and now I'm going to enjoy the journey that's coming forward. And with me, the Knight of Cups to me is always about, he takes time to stop and smell the roses and have a picnic, and, just kind of, he's still moving forward, but he's enjoying the journey much more. And a lot about what we do are enjoying the journey. So I actually went to the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Thank you, Peggy. This was from Peggy. The Shaman's Dream Oracle, to get that energy. And Peggy had a birthday Saturday, so happy birthday, Peggy. So let's take a look. This is Empty Well. And this is what I really felt was meant for a lot of people today. Empty well. Nothing here, time to replenish, and diminishing yourself for another. The empty well reveals that there is nothing for you here. The well is dry, and the desert is encroaching on your once fertile garden. It is time to face this harsh reality and move on. Give gratitude and thanks for the abundance you have experienced, and let spirit guide you to your next destination. This might mean saying goodbye to someone or something, or insisting on changing the rules of the game. Stop diminishing yourself for the sake of another. Making yourself small will not produce the results that you want. There is a lack of reciprocity, of give and take. The empty well tells you that it is the time to reclaim what is yours and return what does not belong to you. The shadows cast in your direction are not of your making. You do not need to react or respond to them, as they are not real. Simply shine your light upon them and see how it dispels them. These shadows are projections that are confusing for reality. You may have been offered a shovel to help dig yourself out of an uncomfortable situation, a bucket to drink from the well, but you cannot dig yourself out of this hole, and remember that there is no water to be found in that well. Receive the empty well as a gift. Do not exert your energy and waste your resources by repairing the walls or mending the rope. Follow the watercourse way, the aquifers that run deep in the earth, and you will be led to a new spring oasis. You can find these underground streams, these rich natural resources, in the subterranean depths of your own heart. And that is very Scorpio, the deep, deep water within you. So I think that was a message for a lot of people. And I will pass this on to Jen.
Okay, I have pulled for Brit. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Okay. So the first card, and I'm using the Animal Guides Tarot for this. The first card is what internal boundaries and disciplines need to be established. And she is asking about her mission. And so we got the Hermit card. And so the Hermit is about this internal, it's self-reflection, it's pulling back. Take time for contemplation, to retreat and go within. Be a beacon for others on their path to spiritual enlightenment. And so I think that that's going to be the thing. Right now, you're cultivating it for yourself first, and you're going to be shining the light just in yourself first. And that's going to be how it's going to impact the people around you. The blessing that you will get from this, or the benefit that you get from this, is that it is going to build strength within you, courage within you. True strength is displayed through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage. And so it is building some confidence in you as well. And then the best move forward is the Two of Cups. So I do feel like that there is a reconnection, or there's a partner, and I even pull it back with this too. There may even be some mentor or guide that you're going to be working with. Here it says you're falling in love or experiencing deepening of emotion in your current relationship. Marriages or romantic partnerships in distress can still be saved, so don't give up. So I don't know if you're dealing with anything with your marriage, but that might be an extra message for you. But I feel like that you do actually have a mentor or a guide that you're actually going to be working with to help you build on these things that you've already been like bringing in. And the bottom of the deck, I did want to bring this out because we have the 10 of Wands, and it says you're working far too hard, and the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and enjoy life. And so I just felt like that extra thing, I feel like that you might be headed to burnout if you don't like pull back just a little bit on the energy. And so that's coming back with that Hermit card too. But you are on the right path. You just need to develop the skills that have already been coming out for you. All right. So next is...
And is that a dog, that the kind of dog that has the barrel around, like the whiskey around his...
Yeah, he does. He has the barrel.
What,
Yeah.
what are those? I know I'm old, but I forget. That was
Saint
in
Bernard.
cartoons all the time. Thank you, Saint Bernard. It's like they save people. So, and then there's a house in the background of that.
Yeah.
There in this winter, like what has been frozen over. Like these messages are all connecting. I hope y'all are seeing that. How much they're intertwining with each other. That's amazing, Jen. That's a beautiful card.
Yeah, I think so too.
Sorry, Liz.
That's okay, because you're about to flip out again. Okay, and I know you love the angel number book that you gave me, so I grabbed Spiritual Warrior based on this. I was gonna roll dice because I love rolling dice too, Angie. But Spiritual Warrior, this is cool. Okay, if we refer to this angel numbers book by Mystic Michaela, I think that's how you say her name. Anyway. 222 is about trusting your place right now. And then, so first I got the 7 of Cups. So you really like too many options, too much confusion going on. Your spirit guides want you to know to trust where you are right now. And then the 333 is about equilibrium. Your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, balancing everything, nourishing everything, a little bit like that hermit, take back, shine your light within. And then so with the confusion, you can understand you're on the right path. And then look, Ange, strength comes in. This beautiful card from Spirit Song Tarot. I love. Jen has this too. So I'm on the right path. I know my decisions are clear. The advice is to keep my courage. The opposite of courage is not necessarily cowardice. It's compliance. So I want to point that out. And just to keep your clarity for the long haul. And how will this benefit you moving forward? With the 444, I want you to understand your prayers are being heard. You also get the Justice card with that master number 11. Double down on trusting your intuition, trusting your clarity, trusting that balance and equilibrium will come in. And then with all of these in mind, well, especially these two major arcana cards, the 555 is being aware that major change is coming and to get your mindset right. And that is about the clarity and the strength, the courage, and the endurance for this path that you're down. Don't let anybody confuse you, right? You just tap into that intuition. And just real quick, I had to look on the bottom of the deck, and it is the 3 of Wands, where it's just the foresight, the exploration, and having no one knock you off your path. And I believe that's what your angels wanted you to know with those sequences coming in. And much like we all understand the energy, the frequencies flow, especially when the veil's thin, and we'll get these numbers alive, and then it kind of goes quiet. And it just ebbs and flows like that. So it's really cool to pay attention when you see these signs and synchronicities, especially through electronics and frequency and music and things like that. So thank you all. I hope that helped. Very cool. Thank you for sharing the numbers.
That was awesome. And even with that elephant energy, so that's 2 strength majors with the strength card you and Jen pulled. And also, didn't you pull it? Or you just pulled that for Spiritual Warrior? Okay. And Jen also pulled that for Brit. So go ahead and put your numbers in, guys. But the elephant is all about ancestors. It's all about remembering. It's the week, guys. The veil is thin. You might be getting a lot of dreams, a lot of messages. And think about, Dawn's card, making yourself small. Go, if you need to go back home, and if it was not a great experience, go and stand in front of that house. You're not small anymore. It's not anything to be scared of. You've got you. Okay.
Another thing about the
4,
elephant is it's the left, which is God. The left.
say that again.
Another thing about the elephant is the left, which is God. So I just feel like there's a lot of God energy in there.
Yeah, a lot of spirit energy for sure. A lot. So you just read for Brit. Is Brit Gudde, the same Brit that you just read for, I believe. So I'll take the second 4, Dream Sequoia. I've already shuffled here. Wow. So this is a card unique. Speaking of angels and guides, what she was just saying, she had no idea that was on the bottom of my deck. This is special to this deck. This is the angel of the night. And this is all about, you've done enough, sweet child. Your journey has been long. Please get some sleep because I've got you from here, which is what we were just talking about. Go stand in front of that house if you need to. I've got you from here. There's nothing more that you need to be afraid of. Please sleep. Okay, so angel of, this is the 79th card of this deck. So what internal boundaries need to be established? I mean, this is a pretty serious Three of Swords energy here. And when I got 333, speaking of our numbers, I saw two bluebirds that day on my walk with my sister and a crow. So she is holding a bluebird of happiness, but she is also holding the knife. So I feel like the internal boundary here is how long you allow yourself to live in this energy of heartache. Okay. This is a cut that is deep. This is something that we continue to harm ourselves and block our own happiness from moving forward. You're the one with the knife here. So, in what ways are we stopping ourselves because of past pain? In what ways are we convincing ourselves here that God has forsaken me? There's nothing else good that is going to come of this, but we haven't realized here that the enemy is within, and it is our thoughts. It is how are we continuing to tell ourselves that something isn't going to come around again, that something is not for you when it absolutely is. So being able to release this inner pain and what ways our thoughts become things. We've been talking about that a lot. How is your mind? What internal boundary can you put up for yourself of stopping yourself in that moment of that thought and saying that is not helpful? Those are your fears. Those are synapses that are used to firing. You have to like stop it in its mix and continuing from that memory from hurting you or from that thought, because thoughts again do become things very, very quickly, and we need to protect ourselves from that. 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Wow. So how will establishing these boundaries benefit you? Really much? 10 of Cups. And our energy of 10 today, 10 of Cups already came out. I think it was one of the first cards pulled. Jen pulled that card as well already here. What I love about this 10 Cups is that there's pentacles falling from the sky. Because when we establish our own heart's cup, when we fill our heart first and then give to others, we're not chasing the money, we're chasing the joy. And when we chase the joy, then the pentacles fall from the sky. Your joy is always with you. She's wearing a hip scarf here. And the reason that they wore these hip scarves with all the coins on them when you see the dancers, that's historical. That is because if you had to get up and leave in the middle of the night, you were grabbing that hip scarf and putting it on. You were literally sewed all of your wealth into that one piece of cloth that you wore so that you could take everything with you quickly. This is already with you. It's like you're denying yourself this joy because of whatever this was. Okay. And what's waiting for you, the guidance moving forward, is this balance of the 2 of Cups, which is also been pulled today. This is what you wants you. Okay. But you have to be in an energy of reaching for, see how she's reaching up to the light and reaching for what she wants to receive. Your joy is with you constantly. You take that with you wherever you go. And I'm feeling a lot of emotions. This is quite a happy card. And I just feel like you need to know today, like you have this. You already have this with you. You take it wherever you go. Nobody can take this from you, honey. Nobody. And when you realize that, here comes the person of equal caliber that sees you like you see you. Wow. The one card of the entire deck that is unique to this deck. And that's here for you today. Here's your justice and balance with that 2 of Cups. A lot of love coming your way. I hope that helps you. I don't know what this is, but you're going to be okay. You got you.
Hello. I'm going to be reading for Robert. And I actually had pulled some cards as I was asking these questions with the intention of reading for you. And for the first question, what internal boundaries and disciplines need to be established? And one of the things you had said was you had a lot happen this weekend, a lot of emotional things coming forward. And the card that I got was 8 of Pentacles. And I feel again like this is kind of a message for everyone when we have these emotional things that are going to be coming up. We have so much water going on. This is focus on your work, focus on what is important to you. It's the carry water, chop wood. It is living in the moment and turning off that emotional pull and there's so much out there with family and with other people in these relationships, and sometimes it can be so overwhelming, especially when we have such strong water out there, that sometimes you need to just step back and say, I'm going to focus on the right now, and I'm going to focus on the things that give me joy and self-care. But I think it's the productive things that give you joy. I think it's the things that even the simple things of making a meal for yourself, making something delicious that is going to not only nourish your body but nourish your soul as you're going through the process of that every day. So that is how everybody should be handling some emotional things that may upset them coming up. There's a lot of water out there, and it's going to trigger a lot of things. So the next thing that came out really interesting is, how will this benefit your life? The moon card came out. Again, lot of emotions. And the moon card is relates to Pisces. The thing is that the moon also rules Cancer, and we have a lot of activity. It's very odd. In case you guys want to notice, there's a big crab in here, and I'm like, well, this is unusual because
That's what I was looking at, and I love the 2 towers. It's like an 11 card, but it's a moon card, and I'm like, what is that? What is looking at me? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, there's a lot going. There's a lot going on here. The structure of Capricorn. It's just like everything ties. The astrology is all getting tied in right to this reading. The important thing is, how will this benefit you? You're going to know which wolf to feed. That's that story of what you don't feed the wolf of fear and anger. You feed the wolf of tranquility and joy and inner strength and peace, and keep doing the things that you love to do and do the self-care things. We have the moon symbol. The moon is the ruler of Cancer, and Pisces is the ruler of this Neptune energy and Saturn, which is all going to be a part of this new moon energy. So this is the time that you can actually determine, what am I going to do? I'm going to feed the right wolf. The wolf I'm going to make stronger is not the one with fear and anger. It's the best way to get, we are all on different timelines. And when you stay away from that anger and fear, you get to be on a higher timeline where you don't get as much of this mundane stuff that's going on out in the world. You're supposed to be focusing in on your daily things, your daily practices, being physical every day. You need to dispel some of that Mars energy. So the other card that came out, and I use the Shaman Stream Oracle because this is one of the, it's always a profound answer whenever I use the Shaman Stream. And this one is Lost Compass, getting back to integrity. Finding your way home and trusting intuition. When the lost compass appears, it is a sign that you need to find your way back home, back to your source and center, relying on your intuition to arrive there. Be wary of the signs telling you to turn here or there, or to avoid this or that person or situation, because the outward indicators are not reliable right now. Be careful not to believe all the advice you are receiving. Rely instead on your innate sense of direction and guidance, and use your homing instinct to lead you true. The lost compass has come to show you that you need to find new counselors. You are not getting the mentoring you need for your success. Who is that person you are looking up to as a model for what it means to be a woman or a man? Trash that ideal. Tear up the picture you carry in your mind. You are meant to be you, not the best copy of your dearest friend. Make this your mantra. Love me or leave me. The lost compass is a blessing in disguise because you sometimes have to lose your bearings and find yourself afresh to discover a new course. True north never changes, so reset your way to your heart compass and trust your deepest feelings even when others do not support them. Remember that you are not lost. You simply do not know where you are right now. Lost is a state of mind. Not knowing where you are is an opportunity to find a way to a new path. So I love that energy. And I think we are going on to Jen.
Actually, it's time.
Oh.
So we're going to close this out. So I think Elizabeth was going to close this out. I did want to say I noticed a lot of 2 energy coming out too today. So there's lots of decisions that need to be made. I heard that word come out a lot from everybody as well. All right. So Elizabeth.
To it, what Dawn's last reading, she had 8s.
Yeah, lots of 8s.
Lots of 8s. And
just that balance.
Just another side message here. Yeah, it's the creator, like manifesting, keep putting the work in. Don't get to all of us, like all of this for all of us. So yeah, thank you, Dawn. That was amazing. Oh, very cool. I must say, you guys in the chat, whether it's your picture or your logo, you guys have the coolest profiles. I mean, just amazing. I was like, oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah, a little ADD today.
I love all the support that they give each other. I say that all the time on my channel too. Like that's my favorite thing, just watching members just helping each other, welcoming each other, sending healing, sending love. And that's just so important. That's so integral to what we want to create here on the Spiritual View. Just the community energy. We are all hearing parts of ourselves through each other's messages. These messages all combine together. There's something in that for everyone. And look at how this came back to the beginning. We're coming back to home. We're coming back around. You are never lost because your home is inside you. You take that with you everywhere you go. You're finding your way back home. And that requires, we've gone to the outside world of that 8 energy, the outer world, the outer riches. When we understand that, the real riches, when we balance out and flush out our inner home, that's where the balance is. It's not out there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Hugs. Okay, so if we didn't get to your question, don't be mad. We'll be back Friday. And we do try to answer everything we can. So come back Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We can't wait to hear how your week goes, and we'll have more astrology updates because it's a busy week. It's a busy time. So do take care out there. Know how much we love you and are so grateful for you guys. And do share the channel and help us grow too. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye. See you Friday.
Round of applause. Bye, everybody.